laptop, but it's very good.
Maybe just back your chair up a little bit.
I mean, the light's just like above me. Maybe I might be able to use a shot from my iPad and see if that's better, because I could adjust the angle better.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to go to this view. Hey, how come you didn't tell me you were going to flip that quarterback?
We didn't know until for a while.
He's not bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, you'll have to get out of the other one quick. Yeah, the light, yeah, that light's way better. Yeah, that's perfect.
Awesome. Thank you. That's great.
No problem.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to them to ask you questions. It's recording.
Like racing the secrets on the board.
Oh, yeah. Just show the part where Colston's #1 on that rating board.
All right, I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Okay. Oh, you disappeared. Wait.
Shut down your computer one, Jay.
Yeah, that's
I'm just taking over. Yeah, there we go.
All right, sorry about that.
It's okay. We just like
Nice
to make
sweatshirt.
it look perfect. Just wait for passerbys. Okay, so seeing Colston's talent, what does that say about the Idaho talent out here and really opening your eyes to maybe more part of the West that you really didn't explore before?
Yeah, Colston's talent is tremendous. I hadn't personally recruited out in Idaho before, and frankly, a lot of people probably that are back east probably haven't. And the thing that stood out to me, not necessarily about Cole, but throughout that process is, it's a state where they take a lot of pride in their high school football and doing things right, and the program there is very, very well run. They take pride in the weight room part of it, the uniforms, the scheme. There's very good coaches. So there's guys that are getting coached to a high level. And, I think as guys come out like Cole, there's going to be more, attention on next year's class. Hey, who's that next guy that's similar to that? And so on. And it can kind of just build from there.
At what point did you notice his talent? Was that a game or a showcase? What really stood out about you initially?
My first exposure to him was just off of his film from his junior season of football. The thing that stood out to me was really just a guy who's making a ton of plays. He's doing really everything for his team. Finding a lot of different ways to impact games, offensively, defensively, special teams wise. And it's the kind of film where, you turn it on and it just kind of jumps out, because there's a lot of things that are unusual, that are different. You don't see guys that are tight ends that are returning punts or, playing in the secondary at times. And then he just built on it from there, playing more running back, playing some wildcat quarterback, playing all over the defense. So, it's a credit to the coaching staff there, all the different ways that they used him and the platform that they gave him to be able to showcase his talents, which are pretty unique.
Yeah. And how many of your recruits are you getting to enroll early in January? And why is Colston one of them?
Why is Colston one of the
early? Why is he coming out early rather than coming out after high school?
Well, that's something that's more driven by the prospective student athlete than it is by the school. So that'd be something that you would have to ask him. But it's that kind of thing that the young man has to be, accomplished enough that he's able to graduate early, and also has to have the desire to do it and be ready. And he certainly is, and we're excited about it. but as to what made him want to do that, you'd probably have to ask him.
Yeah. And size wise, he's already there. Coach Anderson told me he's the size of your upperclassman tight end. How is that
Yeah.
such a benefit to you, now that he's about to step foot in your program?
Well, we're just really excited. He's a guy who plays a position that is most typically a developmental type position, where you bring a guy in with the understanding that it might be 2 years or 3 years for a guy to really get to the point where he's physically able to do the jobs that you're going to ask him to do. And he's much further along on that on that track, just in terms of the muscle that he has, the weight that he's able to carry. So it's an exciting thing.
So what is Cole bringing to your program already, and what are you kind of hoping to see over the next few years?
The football stuff speaks for itself. He can do a lot, really versatile. The thing that I'm really excited about is just what a good person he is, the character, the family that he comes from, the environment that he comes from in his high school. Has a tremendous track record of treating people really great. And when you can add a guy like that onto your team that is going to be a phenomenal teammate, that is going to be a great presence in the locker room and is going to help elevate the standard of what you do, that's a really exciting thing. At a program like Michigan and a lot of other big schools, you're able to get a lot of really good players, right? People want to come play for you. And so the thing that ends up being the separating factor, the major difference maker, is the intangibles, the makeup. What does it mean to this kid? Where does he come from? Those are the things that are really going to make the difference. And I think that Cole has those things in a positive way, and then some. So excited about that.
So you kind of answered my next question, but when you're looking at players to come to your program, obviously athletic talent, but what are some of those other key traits that you really look for?
Yeah, so like you said, kind of touched on that, but you want a guy who loves football. You want a guy who's really passionate about the process that goes into becoming really good as an individual and as a team. They love to practice, they love to train. Those types of guys are going to end up becoming the better players. So you're really trying to find those guys that are, they're talented enough. They're really good players. They have the genetic talent. And then on top of that, all right, who's going to be the best teammate? Who's going to be the most likely to be able to put together a great lift or a great practice on a day where maybe they don't feel like it? Who's gonna be a fantastic teammate that the guys that are already here are going to be able to trust, and we're going to be able to trust as coaches. So, and then as you identify those guys, you start recruiting them, and you build great chemistry with certain ones, and you kind of get that feeling like, hey, gosh, this guy's he's going to be really good, and I really think we're going to have a chance to get him. And Cole's one of those guys, and this whole class is filled with guys like that for us.
Coach Anderson told me that you were talking to him about maybe other guys in this region that could be the caliber of Colston or close to him and be able to play in a Power 5 conference. How has this opened your eyes?
Like I said before, you typically, you're not gonna find something if you're not looking for it. So I think just having a little bit more familiarity with the area and having some connections, that changes things a little bit when Coach Anderson can say, hey, you need to check out, Billy Bob over here at this school, or, Joey over at this school. It's a little different, and you're going to be more inclined to go and take a peek at them. So I think just having some familiarity with the region is a great thing. And I think what you're alluding to is definitely possible, that region can start to improve in terms of the exposure, and guys being able to get noticed and go to bigger schools. I think that could definitely happen.
Yeah, I know that Highland's been good about sending them off to Ohio State, but then some of the small school 8-man kids have gone to Boise State. So it's nice to expand, outside and maybe hit up, the Alabamas, the Georgias of the world, and the Michigans.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're excited to be a part of it, and really excited for him to get here. So couldn't be happy.
good luck against Georgia.
Thank you so much. We're excited for it. Happy holidays to you guys.
You as well.
Jay, thanks for the time, man.
Yeah,
Of course,
appreciate it.
appreciate you guys. Take care.
Talk soon. Good?
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
Let's-
appreciate you doing that.